Hello there, guys. Welcome to this live stream. Welcome to Explain 11. This is Q8Pilot, your host for today's show, and today we are flying the JustFlight BAe 146. Sorry for the delay. I kept you guys waiting, but we are finally here, and we are at Yankee Mike Lima Tango. We are in Australia, and we are flying to Melbourne today. Very excited to fly the JustFlight after the update of the custom FMC, which was promised by JustFlight, and they lived up to their promise. So today we are going to be taking the 146 for a short 1-hour flight to Melbourne. I want to welcome all of you guys to the stream, and let's see here. We've got quite a few. I'm sorry I kind of missed Jenkins, Truck, McDuck, Maverick. Welcome, my friend. K-Planes. Hello, my friend. Al08, Jorg. And we've got with us Odil Yor, I think, from Perth. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Omari, hello, my friend. Thank you for your support and moderating the chat. Really appreciate your support, my friend. Hart, 5321, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Glenn, hello, my friend. Welcome. And we've got also Mr. Don. Hello there, my friend. The legend C, I guess. Mike Tango, how are you, my friend? And welcome. Welcome everyone to the stream. Sorry it was a bit of a delayed start there. I had a phone call, but we are good now. Mohammed, welcome, my friend. And welcome Scott. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Glad you've made it. Static. Hello, my friend. Of course, the stream, this stream also features a giveaway, and this is going to be pretty much the trend moving forward. Every time we fly an aircraft, there will be a giveaway of that aircraft. And Fabio, thank you so very much, my friend, for your €5 donation. Hello, Q8. Oh boy, how much fun is this to fly this plane? Have a nice flight. Thank you very much, sir. Glad that you're with us today, and thank you so very much for your support to the channel. Really appreciate it. Night. Hello, my friend. Welcome. We are today flying with X-Enviro version 1.16. And Dougal, hello, my friend. How are you doing? Nils, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for being with us tonight. All right, so this aircraft is an expensive aircraft. It's an expensive add-on. Nils, thank you so very much for your continued support and being a member, a VVIP member of the Q8Pilot channel. Really appreciate your support, my friend. Now, this aircraft is not a cheap aircraft. It's an expensive aircraft. It's an expensive add-on for X-Plane 11, and for a very good reason. It's a very high fidelity representation of the aircraft. The 3D model, the texture work, the depth of system simulation, and flight model, everything's just done to a very high standard by JustFlight, and it is probably one of the runner-ups for Airliner of the Year 2021, trailing behind, of course, the I&I Build A310 and the Fearless 747 and the Q4XP. We've had a number of very high fidelity releases for X-Plane 11 this year. And let's go ahead and hop into the 3D cockpit and get things started for our flight. So let's go to Sim Toolkit Pro. We're going to start things up here so you guys can see all the flight information up and right there. And I've also set up the Navigraph chart so we can take a look at them. So we are today departing, let's see here. I'm not sure why it doesn't want to go. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. All right. All right. So Our departure today is the Onagi 1 Alpha out of Yankee Mike Lima Tango, and we're going to be departing runway 32 left. Now, for some reason, this scenery doesn't seem to be up to date. There are a few runways on the other side that do not show in the scenery, but that's all right. And we are going to fly into Melbourne. If we look at our approach into Melbourne, I'm not sure why Sim Toolkit Pro or Navigraph is kind of acting up today. Doesn't want to show. All right, well, we'll take a look at those in just a minute. I'm going to refresh things here, and then we're going to take a look at the flight. All right, so we're right there. Let's see if this brings it up. Yep. All right, so now I think things are working well. All right, so this is where we are. Those runways at our current destination don't seem to be modeled in the scenery. We are departing runway 32 left here. We are at the cargo stand at our departure airport. We're going to take off runway 32, and we're going to take the Onagi 1 Alpha departure, which is going to take us directly to Onagi transition. And at Melbourne, we're going to take the Warren 7 Alpha star, and we're going to take ILS runway 27, which is going to take us right here. So if we bring up, this is going to be our arrival. And as you can see, the arrival is through VSAS. So for runway 16, you would continue from Monty to Sander, but for our runway, we are going to take VSAS, and 2,000 feet is the approach platform altitude is right there. So the giveaway is going. Caesar, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Gulshan Kumar, welcome, my friend. Hayden Cook, welcome, my friend, and good luck to you on the giveaway. We've got also Emmer Mikati, welcome, my friend, and good luck to you. And so this is going to be our approach runway 27. Perfect. Now we are going to take this and bring up the operational flight plan, and we're going to head down here to the passengers, and we're going to bring up the EFB, if you will. And let's put this on top. All right, so let's load things up. 97 passengers, and payload is 10.1, 0 fuel weight. All right, so the total fuel is 6.5, which is already set. The gross weight is 38.3, so we'll reduce a bit on the cargo. So we'll put 799 and 799, maybe slightly more. 509. On 38.9, that's close enough, I think. You can go one more down here, and that's perfectly okay. All right. So everything is set here. Fuel is set. All is good. And we can remove this now here, so it doesn't block our view. And we can start things up. So we're going to head over to the overhead panel, and we're going to make sure this is set on battery 1. Let's start battery 1, battery 2, and we're going to turn on the bus ties right there, and we're going to turn on the APU gen. And next, we're going to move over here and turn on the nav lights, and we're going to turn on the non-smoking sign as well. On this left side of the panel, we're going to turn on the yaw dampers, AP Master, Avionics A and B, and we are going to turn the left and right spoilers. Those are turned on, and we're going to turn on the left outer fuel pump as well in preparation for starting our APU. All right, let's go to the APU and hit the start there. And we're going to wait for the APU now to become available. There's still a pinned message about you not streaming tonight. Oh, I retracted that message. I'm not sure. How can I remove that message? It doesn't give me the option to remove it, but I'm definitely streaming tonight. Greetings from the States. Hey, Cheapskate Simmer, how are you, my friend? I will be in the States this coming weekend. I will be flying to the US of A. All right, so we've got the APU now available, and we can turn on the APU air, and we're going to turn on the pack so we can supply some air to the aircraft. We are going to come down here and turn on the fasten seatbelt sign and arm the emergency lights. Let's make sure the emergency lights are armed here as well. So the cabin and the cockpit emergency lights are both now armed. Perfect. All right. We can also do the test here, all the ground test. And this is all cool. And by the way, I am going to be creating a series of tutorials for the Dash 8 Q400 very soon. It will be short videos. Danid18, welcome to the VVIP membership, my friend. Thank you so very much for your support. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. And yeah, so very soon you will be seeing short videos of the Dash 8 Q400 tutorials. They are going to be focused on understanding the aircraft, and really we're going to be focusing on each system in every video. So each episode of the series will contain details on different aspects of the aircraft. We're going to begin with the cockpit tour, and then in-depth tutorials on each systems, including the iSync system, the UNS-1 FMS, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and continue with the setup here. Let's bring up our flight plan. And if you look down here, we are going to be cruising at a final cruise altitude of 22,000 feet. Let's set beautiful sounds on this aircraft. All right, 22 is set. Now, for some reason, the co-pilot or the pilot sounds that normally announces what's happening, like the 80 knots check and all that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure what is it that I'm triggering that makes it work or not work. But anyway, we'll see what happens here. We're going to go down here, turn on the VHF radio, and all looks good here, all looks good there. And we can come down here to the FMC. Now, this is the custom, this is the CDU, and we're going to go to the FMC. Now, this is not, there are a few things that are not modeled. I'll point those out in a minute. For example, first, let's go to the reference airport, which is Yankee Mike Lima Tango. Stick that here. Then we're going to go to the route. Not yet. We'll go to departure first. No, let's go to route. All right. So we are heading today to Melbourne, Yankee Mike Lima. That is set. And activate and execute. And then we can go to the departure. And we are departing runway 32 left through the Onog 1 Alpha through the Onagi transition, and execute that. And then we're going to go to the route and go to next. Now, the next airway is going to be Hotel 215 through the Warren transition. Anthony Aviators, hello, my friend. Ja Bongfet, how are you, my friend, and welcome. How are you doing there, and how's the weather in Massachusetts? All right, so that is the. Now I've seen some strange things with this, but let's go ahead and do the arrival. So we are arriving through the Warren 7 Alpha. through the Warren transition, and we are going to be arriving into runway ILS 27 right there. And if we take a look at the transitions, so we have this one here, which is VSAS, and we're going to say execute. Now, if we go to the legs page, there are some strange things happening here, and I'll show you why. Because this is, so we need to delete a few things here. This is the Warren transition, and if we look at, so let's bring this here. If we look at Navigraph, and you look from Mitcham here, if we take Warren goes to Mitcham. So this is the correct waypoint. And then from Mitcham, it's Monty. So this is Monty. And then you can see that it's going to Sander, which is not what we want to do. We wanted to go directly to VSAS. Okay? And from the VSAS, it is... we'll take a look in a minute now. From VSAS, this is the center fix, and then it's Matco, which is correct. But so we're going to go to VSAS here, and then we're going to select VSAS, and we are going to replace it here. So this is now the correct path for the aircraft according to our flight plan. So if we take a look at the ILS here, as you can see, from VSAS, we're going to take Matco. So very, very important, guys, to always check your charts to make sure that you're flying the right star into your destination. So this is now, it looks pretty much what we want. If we go to the legs page, from Onagi, or from Warren, the transition to Mitcham, which is here, and then to Monty. This is Monty, and then from Monty to VSAS, from VSAS to this is the center fix, and then it's Matco, which we saw in the approach plate here. This is Matco, about 4 DME from the VOR. I believe probably the final fix. Yeah, the VOR is 114.1. So this is what we're going to do, and we're probably going to, once we are closer to this, we're going to disconnect, go heading mode, and to intercept the ILS. So now we're good there. We can put this away, and let's go to the next page. Let's go to the, all right, so for the performance initialization, some things are not modeled here. In order to get the zero fuel, you just have to click here. It will populate the zero fuel. And once you populate the cruise altitude, then you will get the planned, after entering actually the cost index. Now we have the planned fuel. Reserve is 2.2. Enter that here. And the cruise CG isn't modeled, so we're not going to worry about it. Again, a good attempt to have a custom FMC or FMS for the aircraft, but still, VNAV, by the way, works pretty well in this aircraft. Let's go to takeoff, flaps 18, and we're going to stick that here, V1, V-rotate, and V2, 133. Now we are pretty much ready with the FMC. We're going to come here, and this is VNAV, so we've got a working VNAV in this aircraft, and it functions quite well. We're going to put this on weather. All right, next up, we are going to come down to the TMS, or Thrust Management System, and we are going to take a look at Waffle. Hello, my friend. Adam 1740. Hello, my friend. Welcome. It's Mate. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather. As you can see here, the weather is 248 knots, scattered 1,000. Temperature is 4 QNH 993. All right, so the temperature is quite cold. So we're going to set the temperature here to 4. And we're going to power up the TMS. And we're just going to leave it for now. And we're going to set the speeds. So all the bug speeds are now set. And we're going to leave this the way it is. Right. Perfect. Now we're going to bring up the checklist. All right, so flight deck safety. Let's take a quick look. Green lever is down. Radar off. We actually have it on. Transponder on standby. Air brake is in. Flaps are up. Nav lights are on. The batteries are checked. They are on, of course. Brakes, yellow and park. Master switches are on. Anti-skid and left spoilers are on. Bus ties on auto. Standby inverter arm and checked. Standby generator is armed. Gens 1 and 4 are off. APU gen is on. Fire handles are in. Ground test, we have already completed those. External power, EPU on if required. MWS here is checked. Annunciators, we can check those as well. I'm not sure where they are. There we go. Cabin emergency lights are armed. Air conditioning as required. DC pump test is done. AC pump and PTUs, you can check them here. So you can turn this on and turn on the PTU and check them. They are good. Thrust levers, config check is off. AC pump and PTU is off. Continuous ignition is off. Engine anti-ice. We'll turn those on. Not sure why you have to turn those on for the engine start. Heaters are off. Wingtail ice protection is off. Engine air is off. Flight deck emergency light is armed. Control handles are in. The yaw dampers are both on. Autopilot is off. Now, before start checklist. Safety exterior check is complete. Brakes, yellow and park, press and temp thrust levers. Fuel is off. Hydraulics are off. Fuel panel checked and set. Pressurization, we need to set it. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going to set it to 21, 22, 23. All right, is now set. Lights and notices are checked. Air conditioning, fasten seatbelt sign is turned on. Flow meters are zeroed. Fuel contents, flight data recorder. We can set it as well. Just for completeness sake, we can come over here. Today is the 14th. 1/4/11/2021. That is now taken care of. Altimeters. I can't recall what we read there. QNH 993. All right, let's set that. All right, 993 is set. And we're going to do the same here. All right, it's set. Okay. Briefing is complete. MWS ground operations reset. TMS N1 speeds checked and bugs are set. We are now ready for engine start. All right. So for the beacon, beacon light is located up here. Beacon light is on. APU is set. PAX APU is off for engine start. So we'll turn the PAX off and the APU air. AC pumps should be turned on. So let's turn those on. And then we're good to go. All right. So we're good now for engine start. Let's remove this and let's remove that. All right. So for engine start, we need to make sure the start power is on normal and the start master is on the on position. And we're going to begin with the engine number 4. And here we go. And as you can see now, the engine number 1 is spooling. All right. Or engine number 4, beg your pardon. Right, engine number 1 is now starting. Harvard 2155, hello, my friend. Welcome. Matayo Basani, welcome, my friend. Planet Guy 15, hello, my friend. Welcome. Daniel, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. All right, we have a good start on engine number 4. Let's go ahead and start engine number 3. There we go. Sam Haig, hello my friend, welcome. Now guys, just make sure that you stick around towards the end of the stream, or if you need to go and do something and come back, that's also fine, but we are not going to wait more than 10 seconds before we redraw. Right, here we go. Engine number 3 is now starting. The more I read about the Q4XP and the more I look around and see how detailed the aircraft is, just really blows my mind. And this aircraft is also very detailed by JustFlight. Really, they are stepping things up even for Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, 253, perfect. Let's go ahead and start engine number 2. And engine number 2 is now spooling. All right, and here we go, engine number 2. We're going to set the trim to 3.5. Let's go ahead and turn on the flight directors. And we have a good start on the engine number 2, and the final remaining engine is engine number 1. Let's go ahead and start that. Alessandro, welcome. Sean, hello, my friend. And welcome to the Q8Pilot channel. Jamlin, welcome, my friend. And good luck to you should you decide to enter the giveaway. Vin Limited, hello, my friend. You're just in time, sir. Dougal, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. All right, and engine number 1. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and set our flaps. Flaps 18 for departure. Look at those flaps. Wow, that's just amazing. Mario Lone, hello my friend. Greetings, welcome to the stream. D Silver, hello my friend. Welcome, good luck to you. Fred, hello my friend. Yeah, definitely, the flaps are just really amazing, really an amazing aircraft. All right, folks, we have a good start on all 4 engines, and we can now bring the start master to the off position and the start select to the off position, and we're going to turn on the gens on both sides. And let's go ahead and bring up the checklist now, and let's do the after start checklist. Start power to normal, start selector and master off, engine NTIs, we don't need it, so we're going to turn that off. Generators are on, brake fans are located up here, and we're going to put those on auto. Hydraulics on. Heaters are on, the heaters are right here, so let's turn those on. APU and engine air as required. Let's turn on the APU. APU and PAX 1, PAX 2. Turn those on. TMS as required. Doors are closed. Ground equipment. We need to remove the chocks. So let's remove the chocks right there. And ground equipment remove. Transponder is right here, and we're going to set it to TARA. We'll leave it at 2000. Let's go ahead and turn on the brake temp right here. And now cabin is secured for takeoff. and all is looking good here. All right. Before takeoff checklist, we'll worry about that as soon as we are. All right, so runway exit lights are turned on. And that's it. We are ready to go, folks. So let's release the parking brake. I'm seeing some... I think our fuel pumps aren't turned on. And now we are good. All right. One more thing. We need to set this on nav because we are using the custom FMC today for our flight. And now we are good to go. So let's go. Let's give it some power. As it is always the case, if you are wondering about the departure or arrival airport, you can type in exclamation DEP and AAR and exclamation clouds if you're interested in what I'm using for the environment in this video. Of course, I'm using Xenviro version 1.16. Thank you very much, Scott and Dougal, for your support. The panel work on this aircraft is just really phenomenal. Very, very good. So yeah, I'm not sure about the the pilot announcements. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. We'll see if they work in this flight. Brian, hello my friend, welcome and good luck to you. Stenner VP FPV, welcome my friend. All right, here we go. This is the we're gonna make a short stop here at runway 32 left and do the before takeoff checklist. All right, let's do it right there. Parking brake is set, and let's bring up the before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff brakes, yellow, green, check yellow. Flaps selected and checked. Flight instruments are checked. Flight director as required. Trims are set. Config is this guy right here. Works well. All good. Nav IDs and transponder are set. Briefing is reviewed. Continuous ignition A and B. Cabin is secure. And radar as required. AC pump on. And this is the AC pump here, so we are going to make sure it's on. Lights and strobes, so landing lights. And the strobe light is located right here. Strobe is on. TMS is set, controls are checked, MWS is checked, and then we will go to the after takeoff checklist. Perfect. Parking brake released, and let's go.
Approaching. 3, 2, left. On runway. 3, 2, left.
Alrighty, we are ready to go. And we're going to select takeoff. TMS is now doing its thing.
Caution, short runway, short runway.
But it's not doing it very well. I'm just going to give it more power. We're off the center line, and it looks like we're not going to get the announcements. V1, rotate. Pause rate of climb, gear is up. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to L select. We're going to arm LNAV, but we're not going to engage the autopilot yet. Right, here we go. All right, and let's retract the flaps. All righty. And at this point, we're going to engage the autopilot. Autopilot is engaged. And now we are climbing. All right, and IAS, so we'll hold the speed. And off we go now to 22,000 feet. All right, let's do the after takeoff checklist. Gear is up, flaps are up, TMS as required. We're gonna go to sync. Engine air is on, which is right here. APU air is off. We turn that off. Packs are on, which they are. Pressurization is checked. Climb checklist, altimeters as required. AC pump is off. Brake fans on auto, which it is. APU stop. Ice protection as required, and lights as required. All right, we are good, and we continue to climb, and we're going to maintain this speed until cruise level. Beautiful aircraft by JustFlight. Steve, hello there, my friend. Welcome. Hey there, Charles. How are you doing, my friend? Yummy. Hello, my friend. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Right, we continue our climb now to 22,000 feet. Right, we're approaching 10,000 feet now, so we're going to go ahead and turn off the lights, and we are going to release the passengers and cabin crew. There we go, 10,000 feet. All right, folks, we continue our climb. Sorry, I was kind of occupied a little bit. Oh, altimeters. All right, so let's set the altimeter here and right. Right here. All right. Manuel, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Massive Nerd, hello, my friend. US, is it April 1st? Welcome, my friend. Yeah, the weather is quite calm today. I did a test flight the day before yesterday, and the weather at Melbourne was just terrible. It made for a more interesting approach into Melbourne. But yeah, it wasn't a very pleasant approach, and the aircraft behaved very strangely during that flight. Did some really funny things, but hopefully this time around it will work out well. We'll see what happens. It looks like the top of descent, we're still there. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to increase. Let's take a look at our flight plan here real quick. A good reference is always to look at SimToolkit Pro. So this is the top of climb. We're not too far from top of climb, and we are still quite a way, about 7,000 feet So we may not be able to hit the, let's see here. We'll give it some time. If we don't reach, it doesn't look like we're going to reach it at the point here. But those are just visual cues. They're good calculations, but they're not very accurate, is what I found out. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But yeah, we are now at 16,000 for 22,000. We can always set vertical speed to increase our rate of climb. Remy Johnson, hello my friend, welcome and good luck to you. JC Batel, welcome my friend, good luck to you. Really nice aircraft. I'm not sure if you need those ignitions to be on throughout the flight, but yeah, let's go ahead and turn them off. But yeah, in the last couple of flights I've done, when I intercepted the localizer, the aircraft started behaving very strange. Roll Film Productions, welcome my friend. Mr. Joseph, what software are you using for your flight planning? I use SimToolkit Pro. SimToolkit Pro is a free tool. It has integration with SimBrief, Navigraph, and it's just jam-packed with useful tools for us flight simmers. I cannot recommend it enough. It's one of the best, if not the best, electronic flight bag available today for flight simulation. SimToolkit Pro is a free download, and just search Google for SimToolkit Pro and you'll get it. $18,000. All right, let's take a look at our flight plan here. Now you can see that we are approaching the top of climb, and we are not exactly at our altitude. You can see our rate of climb has decreased. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to vertical speed, and we're going to increase our rate of climb a little bit. There we go, right there. That should help us increase our rate of climb. Or you can also give it a little more power. And yeah, that should be good. Beautiful sounds on this aircraft. All Kirk, hello my friend, and welcome. Benny, glad to have you, sir. Glad you made it to the stream. Yeah, it's a wonderful aircraft, definitely highly recommended. This aircraft, of course, gets the Q8Pilot seal of approval, and I really recommend this aircraft. Again, beautiful rendition of the BAe 146 by JustFlight. So now, ladies and gentlemen, if we really look at 1,000 feet to go for 22,000, if we look at all the aircraft that we have in X-Plane, we've got FOX Aviation. Welcome, my friend, and good luck to you. Fox Aviation, that is. Welcome, my friend. Transport Gamer, the Transport Gamer. Welcome to the Q8Pilot channel. Thanks for being a subscriber, my friend. Napton, do you have a setup video of X Enviro by chance? I think it's quite simple. Just install the plugin, run the exe, and put in your activation code, and you should be good to go. Fly Beta. Welcome, my friend. Good luck to you. All right, 22,000 feet, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to retard the power a little bit. We're going to take it at about 86. There we go, 86. That should hold the speed at about 250 knots. All right, all's looking good. We are 22,000 feet, and if we look at our flight plan, if we take a look at VNAV, so in 106 miles, nautical miles is the top of descent. So 106, that will leave us. So let's see here. 106, that leaves us with about 14, and 30 is 44. 44, that's 55. 55. 63. 68. 68. 69. 72. And 75, so 76. All right, so, and the final is 2,000, so we need to be about 2,000 feet. From 22, that's 20. We need about 60 nautical miles. If we add another 10 for contingency, 70 nautical miles out in order to hit 2,000 feet to intercept the localizer at the right point at VSAS. So we are going to allow a little more. So not exactly at, let's take a look here once more. So 98, no, so once we are about 22 nautical miles from Warren, we will begin our descent just as a contingency, and we should be fine. So normally the way I calculate, considering of course a 3-degree glide slope at the descent, suppose that the platform altitude or the initial approach altitude is 2,000. So you want to be at 2,000. And you are cruising at 22,000. The difference between 22 and 2 is 20. And so you multiply that by 3 because it's a 3-degree glide slope. So that's 60 nautical miles. I add always a 10 nautical mile contingency. That gives me 70. So 70 nautical miles out from the point where I need to be at 2,000, I need to begin my descent at a rate of approximately 1,500 feet per minute, depending, of course, on your speed. And that should put you at the right altitude, at the right point, in order to intercept the localizer. I'm using X Enviro version 1.16 for the clouds, and they look awesome. They look pretty nice, especially when there is an overcast condition. They look actually pretty good. Yeah, I always, Sean, I always add the 10 nautical miles regardless, just to be safe. All right, looks like we need to reduce power here. Kelson Wu, welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel, and thanks for your subscription. I really appreciate it. And we've got also Mac Canadian Guy 16, welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel. All's looking good. Here is a nice wing view for you guys. And by the way, Xenviro changes the look of the water, changes the shaders, the clouds. It's a full environment engine, and it injects its own weather, so it's got its own METAR, unlike, for example, SkyMax Pro. It also changes the sounds in the sim, so the ambient sounds at the airports is also changed by Xenviro. It's got beautiful rain sounds and thunderstorm sounds are all revamped with Xenviro. Really a complete environment engine for X-Plane. The only drawback is that it's very heavy on FPS. So, you know, mid-range and low-end machines will definitely not be able to handle it. AMR Designs, hello my friend. Yes, it does snow, draws snow over orthos. It's just really beautiful. All right, we're looking good. Everything's stable. Let's take a look at the outside here. Beautiful sounds. Hector is asking, which payware aircraft would you recommend the most? Well, I'll tell you, Hector, or Hoctor, is it Hoctor? Look, we've had a lot of high fidelity aircraft for X-Plane. Now, if you're looking for GA aircraft, of course, I would recommend the Airfoil Labs King Air. I would also recommend the Torxum SR22 or SR20. Those are excellent aircraft, study level, and their behavior is true to its real-world counterpart. If we look at the releases in terms of the airliners, we've got this beautiful BAe 146 by JustFlight, and then of course you've got the Tolis A321, the A319, the Felis 747 Classic. We've got the Q4XB by FlyJSim. We've got recently the Tolis A340-600. So we're really spoiled for choice. I would recommend all of these aircraft. So I think it boils down to what is your preference and what is the aircraft that you want to fly the most. If you want to fly for example, you know, a turboprop, or you want to fly, you know, a jetliner, do you prefer a 2-engine or 4-engine aircraft? Or if you have specific interest in one of those aircraft, but they are all very good. Now, there are a few pros and cons for each. For example, the Tolis being priced at 90, the Tolis A340-600, its sounds are not, you know, the greatest. So again, don't expect high fidelity sounds if you want to go for the Tolis. So maybe a better bet would be to go with the INI built A310, which is, in my view, still the airliner of the year. The fidelity of you know, the textures, the modeling, the sounds, the depth of system simulation really makes it. They deserve that title, the airliner of the year. So, but then you've got the Q4XB, which is the, you know, the first runner-up for the same prize. And you've got the Felis 747. So all three of those aircraft are just fantastic aircraft. The 767 by Flight Factor is now dated in my view. The jar design I would not recommend. It's not good. But yeah, the Flight Factor need to up their game now after the release of the i9 build, A310, the Q4XP by Flight JSIM. They really need to up their game, and it looks like they are working on a 777, Boeing 777, and they're also working on a 787, I believe. All right, so we are approximately, according to VNAV, we are about 48 nautical miles from top of descent, but we're not going to wait for 48. We're going to wait until we've got about 20 here. So in about 20 nautical miles or so, 25 nautical miles, we are going to begin our descent so that we are safe to reach our altitude at VSAS for the localizer at runway 27 at Melbourne. D Silver. Let's just hope BSS creates a new sand pack for the A340-600. Yes. Yeah, I mean, just that thought, considering that thought on the sounds, it's going to be one hell of an add-on to buy, and it's definitely not going to be for you know, for the masses. It's going to be for very specific flight simmers who are probably interested in that specific variant of the Airbus, the A340-600. Because it's going to, with the BSS sand pack, I would assume that the sand pack is going to be anywhere between $15 to $19. So 20 and 90, that puts you at about $110 for the add-on. Let's take a look at the outside. Now you can see how beautiful X-Enviro is. Here's a nice wing view for you guys. Vin Limited. Hope Tulsa is making A320 soon. Sim, hey, Q8 got some money to spare for XP11 add-ons. I might want the A360, 767, or IXEG. Should I wait for Black Friday? Well, it's always good to get those aircraft. I suppose that you mean the A340. I suppose that you mean the A340, but it's always a good idea to wait for those add-ons when they're on sale. I'm not sure if those specific aircraft will be on sale, but yeah, I mean, why not? Today I've flown a long haul after a long time, LSCH to OTH, which my landing rate was -24, and the A350 1000. That's pretty good. X-Enviro is awesome, lights, and the frames, which is good for my potato PC. So no X-Vision with X-Enviro. No, unfortunately, X-Enviro will disable all the shaders, so or may not work properly. But you can still use the light Lua script that I'm using with X-Enviro. It doesn't always work just as good without X-Enviro, because X-Enviro has an effect that dims the lights a little bit, but still acceptable, still looks good. I am, by the way, I'm running currently X-Vision with X-Enviro, but I'm running the Extreme Realistic version 6 preset, which really changes the lights quite a bit. It creates those urban lights, and I'm using my lights mod, which of course there is a link to it in chat if you wish to use it. Just type !lights and you should get it. So yeah, I'm using all combination with no issues, no errors, nothing, and I'm pretty pleased with how, you know, the sim looks now. I think it looks pretty good. By the way, once we land, I'm going to show you what things look like without X-Enviro. Mason, Ireland. Hello, my friend. All right, let's take a look here. And we are now pretty close to where the point we decided we want to begin our descent. So now it says 19 nautical miles, and I think we should probably begin our descent now. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to reset the MCP altitude to 2,000. It's actually 2,500, but I'm going to go for 2,000. And now if we go to VNAV here, we're going to click on VNAV, and now you can see that the aircraft will begin the descent. Right, we're going to recharge the throttle. In fact, if we just go to descent here, it will take it down to supposedly 60% of, I believe, N1. Or is it N2? All right, we're going to start reducing the speed to about 250 knots. All right, let's bring up the checklist here, and descent checklist. PTU is on. PTU is right there. Pressurization is set. Briefing is complete. Ice protection as required. Landing data checked and bugs set. All right, so let's do that. Let's go to initial index. Oops. There we go. Index. Menu. There we go. Approach. Oh, come on. Approach. We can do 20, we'll do 33, 116. Another thing that you can't do for some reason is you can't change those figures. So we can't do something like this, 33 and 121, for example. If you do that, yeah, that doesn't work. So you have to select one of those and enter it here, and then it works. ILS is 109.3 is set here, and we're going to set it here. 1.9.3 is now set on both sides, and we're going to set the approach course, which is 263, is set on both sides, so we are good. And we're going to go back to the legs. As you can see here, we need to be at 13.4, and we are doing okay. We are fine. We should be able to descend to 2,000. There is a restriction here, as you can see, 2,500. And let's take a look at our speed. Speed is good. We keep decreasing, and we're going to maintain 250 knots and throughout until we reach VSAS. And then we're going to begin reducing our speed. Hopefully, it'll be a successful landing today. Considering I've had a lot of issues with the aircraft during my tests at Matco 2500. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and change this to 2500. All right, let's grab the altimeter. And the altimeter at Melbourne is 1006. If we look at the weather conditions, 270 knots, 12 knots wind. Wow. Scattered at 4,100 feet. Broken at 720. Temperature is 8. Dew point is 4. And we are good. 11 minutes until we reach our destination. Hopefully it'll be a successful landing today. Things you don't want to hear the captain say. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. My guess is the Laminar A330 will be sim life at best. The sim developers tend to leave complexity and add-ons to developers. Yeah, I mean, that's true, and probably with the we'll find someone that will do to their A330 what Zibo's done to their 737. Just really beautiful scenery. Of course, I use short final global, SF short final design global for the replacement textures. Just look at those clouds. I mean, they look fantastic. Let's do an external view here. Arvin Hijazi, hello, my friend. Is it heavier on FPS than the i9 A310? No. I think this aircraft is reasonable on FPS. And the i9 build, by the way, is optimized for performance. And this is really hats off for the i9 builds team for really building an aircraft of that fidelity. And still, it's very good in terms of FPS. So definitely very good in terms of FPS. And this one is by the way very good in terms of FPS as well. So yeah. All right, let's take a look. We are at 14,000. We are looking here. So this is normally, this would have been the top of descent mark had we followed, had we followed the information that is presented to us in our flight plan. But if we look here, if we look here at 22 nautical miles, we need to be at 8,000, and we are still at 13. So we are doing pretty good. We need to reduce our speed a bit. So I'm going to ease off on the throttle. And yeah, so if you follow from the beginning of the stream, we had to make some changes to the final star in order to match whatever Navigraph has told us. So if we here, let's take a quick look again at Navigraph, and we can see, where are we? Could not connect to the simulator. All right, let's refresh. Had this issue before. Oh well. Let's see if we can do this. If that works. No. All right, well, that's okay. We're just gonna have to wing it, I guess. But we can bring, let's see if we can use the airports here. Yankee Mike Lima. And let's see here, airport arrival. And we are arriving into Warren 7, this one here. Yeah, that's us right there, and this is Warren, and at Warren we need to be at about 8,000, so we are actually not too bad, about 9.7 nautical miles. We do need to reduce our speed, so let me ease off on the throttle here. We're going to go to about 63, 62, yeah, that's good. And let's go ahead and extend speed brakes and reduce our speed. And we're going to set our heading bug. Perfect. Right, transition altitude. I think we missed it. Altitude is 1006. Landing lights are on, and fasten seatbelt sign and non-smoking signs. What am I doing here? All right, that's good. All right, we keep descending now, and as you can see now, we are approaching Warren. This is Warren, and then to Mitcham, Monty. From Monty, we go to VSAS at a heading of 297. Okay, so 297 is, let's see here, that's 300, and that's about 297. Oh, that's a bit too much. There we go, 297. And we're going to leave the heading bug there for the time being. All right, we're into the clouds now. Let's remove that for the moment. And let's take a look here. 6,000. Let's turn on our anti-ice. All right, we're doing okay, I think, in terms of our altitude. We continue the descent. There we go. All right, let's set the bugs for landing. All right, we're looking good now, and we're almost at our destination, and everything's looking good. $297 and 2,000 right here, as you can see. So let's go ahead and reduce our altitude to 2,000. Right, we need to go down to 230 knots. Reduce our speed. All right, I believe that we're too high, so we're going to go use vertical speed. And we are going to increase our rate of descent. That's too much. Ooh. I think I got carried away there. By the way, never turned on those radios. Right, let's set this up. All right, 1,000 to go. Alt selector is turned on. And the aircraft should now go to about 2,000 knots. All right, so as you can see, we are now approaching Melbourne. The airport is to our left. All right, let's give it some power here. All right, let's take a look at our speed, about 136. All right, speed check. Flaps 18. Give it some power here to maintain 2,000. Right, speed check. Flaps 24. Is it 24? Yep. Alright, we need to maintain our speed. So let's make sure we've got sufficient power. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we are going to come to our heading mode, and we are going to set the heading here. We're going to go to heading select, and we are going to hit on the V-lock, and we're going to change this to nav mode. Hopefully the aircraft won't do the funny stuff it did where it veers off to the right. But we're actually pretty close now. This is the center fix, this is Matco, and this is runway 27. Alright, we are looking good in terms of speed. We're fine there. Speed is a bit low, but we're okay. Speed is good. And we have now captured the localizer. Alright, and we're going to bring up the Pro checklist, altimeter set, lights, APU, brake fans, fuel set, cabin notified, AC pump to on or auto, AC pump, auto, gear is down, not yet, lights, flap set for landing. Alright, all of this is fine. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to watch the needle. As the needle goes down, it's the usual stuff. We're going to arm glide slope as well. And we can see the needle, the glide slope needle, starting to move now. All right, and landing gear is going down. And speed check, flaps 30. Ooh. There we go. I don't think the aircraft is descending because I think I messed things up. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to disconnect the autopilot. And we are going to manually land the aircraft. We have the runway in sight, so we can definitely do a visual approach. No issues there. We're a bit too high, but hopefully we'll be able to correct that. Flaps are full. We are cleared to land. Runway 27. Feet. This is where we normally disengage the autopilot. We're a bit off the localizer there. Strong winds.
Approaching.
Really strong winds.
7.
Wow, you can see how the wind is just throwing us off to the left and right. We're all over the place.
300, 200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That was a hard landing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Melbourne. And we've made it safely here, 80 knots. Manual braking. I think we've done pretty well. Take a look at the landing, of course, in just a moment. I think we would have done better had I not accidentally clicked on the SSI switch here. But nonetheless, we've made it safely into Melbourne here. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you've enjoyed this flight as much as I enjoyed flying and streaming it for you. And we'll take a look at the landing grade in just a moment. Let's go ahead and turn off the landing lights. We're going to turn on the taxi lights. Engine anti-ice is no longer required. By the way, this scenery of Melbourne is totally free of charge, and it is the best scenery of Melbourne in Australia for X-Plane 11. Being free, it's actually pretty good. Alright, let's see here. After landing, air brake spoilers in, flaps are up. Alright, lights and strobes. We can definitely turn off the strobe light. And let's see here. TMS is off. go. TMS is off. Radar standby. Transponder as required. Air conditioning, generators.
Approaching 16.
All right, that's fine. What happened to our hydraulic? Right, and let's see here if we can find a spot to park our aircraft. Ooh. You can always use the follow me, which I have as part of the SAM plugin for X-Plane 11. And ladies and gentlemen, we've made it safely here into Melbourne. Welcome. Let's go ahead and kill. All right, we've killed all the engines. And let's go ahead and take a look at the landing rate. Landing rate 274. That's a bit firm if you ask me, but I'll take it. That's fine. Considering how much, you know, crosswind and the wind speed that we've had, I think it was all right. And now is the time. Oh, let's go ahead and kill all those lights. Let's see. Fasten seatbelt signs, and we can turn off the beacon. We can turn off the nav lights and release everyone. All right, and we can also go back to, we're going to place the chocks and open all the doors. There we go. What do you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? Alrighty. So here's a look at Melbourne. Again, freeware scenery available to you at the xplane.org. And this is Xenviro, folks. And if you're wondering what things would look like without Xenviro, we can come here real quick and turn this off. And this is what things look like without it. So yeah. All right. So what we're going to do now, folks, is we are going to find out who has won the giveaway. And we have had a lot of fun in this flight. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. All right, so we are going to go now to the giveaway. And let's see here, betting and the giveaway. All right, so first let's find out how many entries. Let me close the entries. So we've had, ladies and gentlemen, 287 entries into this giveaway. And we are going to close the entries now. And we are going to select the winner. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's pick a winner. And the winner is Salazar. Salazar, you are the winner of the Q8 Pilot giveaway. Salazar, please identify yourself in the chat. Salazar, you can reach on the link, the Streamlabs link. Salazar, thank you very much. I confirm you as the winner. I can see your message in Streamlabs OBS. Congratulations, sir. All you need to do now is contact me via info@q8pilot.com or reach out to me via Discord and I will sort you out. Just for you to know, you will be getting a gift certificate equal to or slightly higher than the price of the JustFlight BAe 146. The aim is, of course, for you to purchase the copy of the BAe 146, but if you choose to purchase something else with the gift certificate, that is totally up to you. So congratulations to Salazar. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for being with me tonight. I really enjoyed streaming this Too High to Play saying a scam. What is a scam, my friend? So yeah, so definitely I enjoyed flying and streaming this aircraft to you guys. And if you have any questions, as usual, please do post them in the comments section below. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it, my friend. The Berco Flyer, thank you very much, sir. I'll see you guys very soon. And we are closing in on 100 members at the Q8 Pilot channel, the VVIP membership. And once we do hit that mark, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a very special giveaway. There will be also a very special giveaway when we reach 1,000 Instagram followers and 3,000 at Twitter. And once we reach 60,000 on YouTube. Those are the milestones that I have set for myself. And once we reach them, you will find very, very special giveaways here on the Q8 Pilot channel, including hardware, software, and everything in between. So, so that's one thing. The other thing is I will probably not be streaming next week. Because I am flying to the US of A this coming Thursday, so I will not be available to stream. I will keep you guys posted on my Instagram, on all the pictures of the airports and all the aircraft I'm going to fly. I'm going to be flying into JFK, and then I'm going to head to Florida for a few days. So, yeah, definitely, guys, I'll keep you posted on my travels. Let you guys, if I can snap some nice photos, I'll be sure to share them with you via Instagram and or via the membership only tab on YouTube. So we'll see about that, but I'll definitely keep you posted. I will be posting a scheduled recorded video before my travels, which is going to be the cockpit tour of the Dash 8 Q400. This is going to be an introduction to the aircraft, where I show you around and show you all the systems and really touch upon some of the details that I left out in my original stream. So that is coming up. So this is all the updates I have for you. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.